In a future world, humanity's civilization has been wiped out by alien creatures, but these monsters can't climb above 8,000 feet, and at such high altitudes, people live like they're back in the Stone Age. A father decides to venture down the mountain with Nina to find medicine for his son. The next day, they head to an ammunition depot to grab some weapons. That's when Katie insists on joining them. Soon, they cross below the 8,000-foot line. The trio arrives at a cable car station. If they can get it running, they'll reach the hospital and score the meds. But suddenly, they sense the creatures closing in. Will immediately scrambles up to the control panel while the other two try to hold off the monsters. Just as they're making their escape on the cable car, one of the creatures leaps up and severs the cable, sending them crashing down. They barely make it back above the 8,000-foot safety line. The next day, the three find themselves at a mining cave. Will discovers the tunnel to the hospital is completely blocked. There's another route, but it drops below 7,000 feet. They have no choice but to risk going down. To their horror, creatures lurk even in these narrow tunnels. They squeeze into a crevice in the mine wall and fire at the monsters, but their armor deflects every bullet. They switch off their headlamps and hold their breath. Without a target, the creature starts probing the crevice with its tendrils. The three spot an opening on the opposite side and start crawling out. Katie barely makes it through when a monster appears right behind her. Will and Nina climb up a ladder and reach an abandoned farm. Using the farm's pickup truck, they speed to their destination. While Will searches for the medication, they sense the creatures approaching again. As they're climbing toward the rooftop, a monster's tendril wraps around Will. Nina grabs a nearby axe and strikes the tendril. It rings out with a metallic clang. Perhaps the creature actually felt pain, because it releases Will. In that critical moment, Will shoots an oxygen tank nearby, and the blast sends the monster flying. Witnessing this, Nina bolts back to the lab. She's just figured out how to penetrate the creature's armor. Meanwhile, Will finds himself surrounded. Just as a monster is about to strike, Nina arrives with newly developed bullets and takes it down. When they examine the creature's remains, they make a shocking discovery: these monsters are assembled from machinery. In other words, these creatures were created by humans.